yo. Hello. Oh, yeah. Come on, man.
TV, like, I don't see me.
Yeah, you're not going to see you. Right. You want to see you?
No.
Right. How you feeling, Drea?
I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good. How about you? I like that shirt, Father of
Eight, man. You know, my Darth Vader
The Darth
on the
Vader.
front.
You taking it back with the airbrush
Yeah,
shirt.
I got this. Last year.
Really?
Yeah.
I need me an airbrush shirt. I haven't had one since high school.
Right. I went to Ocean City, Maryland.
Okay.
Last year, and I went by myself.
Okay.
Right. And it was just, I don't know. I was just doing the things that I would like to do as a kid.
Nice.
Right. Just another moment where,
healing that inner child.
yeah, man. Like I really need to heal him. Right, because he was a major part of my life.
Absolutely.
So we're here today. Today is another episode of Uncomfortable Conversations. Not only is today a special day, it's the 8th anniversary of cmpradio.net. Not only is it a special day for the podcast because we are launching our first episode is going live when this show is over. And you can find it everywhere podcasts can be found. You hear that? Today's episode is entitled, It's Okay to Say No.
All right now.
Most of us don't believe that we can say no and still be friends, still be lovers, still be close, still be held in high admiration.
Better say it.
And because you feel like that, you always say yes, even when you don't want to,
Been there.
even when it's uncomfortable. So today, my guest, not my
Guest
guest.
host.
No,
No.
not my guest. Our topic is it's okay to say no. And what does that mean, right? We're going to teach you how to say no to the people you love the most. We're going to teach you that it's okay for you not to want to do something. Today I went and sat down and I was with my uncle, right? And we just sat there, we talked, and we made some beans and rice and chicken, and we talked about it. He was listening to me talk on the phone. He's like, "You are your father."
Wow.
Like, he was like, "Man, you are your father when it comes to your kids, when it comes to," he was like, "Okay, I get it now."
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel good,
Awesome.
right? It made me feel good because that's not something I would have ever thought I would have heard from my uncle, right? We didn't really get along
Okay.
a lot.
Okay.
Right. And that was because everything my uncle said I did, my dad believed him. And, my dad was an enforcer.
Okay.
You feel me? And I wasn't the type to like enforcement.
Okay.
So I always bucked the line.
Okay.
You feel me? And
Okay.
push. So,
Okay.
and that's cool. It is what it is. But throughout my childhood, my adult, my uncle was always trying to tell me what to do.
Okay.
And it was like, nah, I am not listening to you. So it was good to hang out with him today, and just grieve with him and
That
talk
probably
about.
was a healing conversation.
Yeah, I think it was because I want him to go to therapy because he lost his dad last year,
Wow.
and his dad, like Pop was 96 years old, but that wasn't something that he saw happening. Right, and
Lived a long life.
Yeah.
96 years.
96 years, bro. I don't.
Wow.
I'm half of that now. I'm 45. You feel me? Like, so do I really want to live another 45 years? No.
What?
No, listen, my grandfather was able to do a lot of things, right?
Okay.
I'm going to say up until the day that he died, you feel me?
Wow.
He was, he was fully capable.
That's a blessing.
He worked until he was 86.
Wow.
Right, and that's what I said, Pop. Once you stop working, you feel me? Then you start sitting around,
Yeah.
and life sets in on you. That's why you
right.
gotta keep moving.
Keep moving. Facts.
You gotta keep moving, even when you retire. Gotta keep moving, right? Gotta keep exercising.
Yeah.
Because if you lose it, if you don't use it,
you lose it.
Yep. So we're into our topic. How was your week? Because you just told me some interesting news about You mean life is about to expand and get brighter, right? So I'm super proud for you.
Thank you.
Super proud for you.
It's been a busy day today. School is back in session. I'm gonna be honest. Last week, I really struggled. I took, the summer for the first time. I didn't work, so I just was, living my best life. So getting acclimated to go back to work, it was hard. Like my first week of school was very hard. I was very tired. But today I feel rejuvenated. I just chilled over the weekend. I went to see the Denzel movie with Spike Lee made. It was pretty interesting. But I just chilled.
I want to see that.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I want to see that. Is that on Apple Plus? Is that on Apple? That might be on Apple.
I don't know if it's on Apple.
They said it was. Said
Really?
it wasn't going to be in the movies that long. They was playing.
It was not in a lot of movies, to be honest. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm gonna check it. Cool. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. So we're gonna get into our topic. It is okay to say no. As a person, when you hear no, how does that make you feel?
Well, it's not make me happy. But I feel like sometimes I need to be told no. I think sometimes everybody needs to be told no, because if you get yeses all the time, you won't be able to handle rejection or not getting your way. You got to have that balance.
I never liked to hear no. I used to think it was a rejection. Like you're pushing me away. So I never asked. People say, why don't you ask for help? Because I'm going to hear no. Wow. So I'm not going to ask. Right? So I'm going to just do it. I would rather deal with apologizing than ask you. Right? So if I was going to ask you for some money, I'd rather steal it from you. Damn. Than to ask you.
That's real though.
Than to ask you and hear no. You feel me? Like if I was going to ask you to use your car, I'd rather take it than to ask you and hear no.
There's a chance of you might not get the answer you want.
Yeah. So that was how I felt, right? Everyone was going to say no. Now, I asked, so you can say no. I want you to say no. I appreciate the no's now.
This is a touchy topic because I was someone that didn't like to say no. I don't want to hear no, and I didn't know how to say no because I felt like if I said no, this person's not going to like me. If they say no, this person's not going to love me. If I say no, I'm going to lose this friendship. I'm going to lose this connection. It was connected to my esteem and my self-worth. Like if I didn't give this, if I didn't give that, then yeah.
Where would I be?
Where would I be? And to even be able to acknowledge that at 42, it kind of sucks. Yeah. And when I had to realize that was something to do with my self-worth, how I looked at myself, like, damn, I'm not worthy of saying, like, okay, people liking me just because it's me, like, not because of what I'm doing or that I'm always doing what others want. That was hard to acknowledge that. But I struggled with that for the majority of my life, if I'm really being honest.
I mean, and this is what this show is, right? This is an uncomfortable conversation. So majority of the topics that we talk about are from our lives, right? And they're uncomfortable, but we've learned to be comfortable in the uncomfortable.
Yes.
And use it as a stepping stone upward, not downward, right? We're not on a slide. We're going up, right? So we have rungs in the walls. But I understand that, right? I just want to tell people that saying no is not disrespectful. Saying no is putting you first. Self-love. Saying no is really saying, no, I can't. No, I don't want to. No, I shouldn't have to. No, I can't lift that up. No, I can't pick you up. No, I can't give you this. No. And it shouldn't be taken as you're rejecting anybody. I'm just letting you know that I can't do something.
And you know what? Sometimes we say no because it's things that we can't do because we need to recharge our battery. So if I'm not showing up for myself properly, then I'm not going to be able to stretch for you. I'm not going to have the capacity for you if I'm not taking care of myself first. So I have to say, no, I can't do this favor for you. I can't loan you this money. I can't be there for you at this time because I got to pour into myself. I got to do for me. And sometimes it may come off being selfish, but sometimes you have to be selfish for your own self-preservation. And people can say whatever about that, but for me, like, if I'm not good, how can I pour out to others?
Why should I even attempt to pour? If I have a cup, if everybody here has a cup and your cup is empty, you can't give anything to anybody. So you need to hoard whatever you get in until your cup overflows. Then you give, because if you're trying to pour from emptiness, you're giving emptiness, and it turns into a situation.
True, and then some people think pouring from an empty cup is being selfless, and you're like, oh, I'm giving, I'm caring, I'm being selfless because even though I don't have, I'm giving to you. I don't think that it should be worn with a badge of honor all the time. Like, I don't think you should always be just willing to neglect yourself, like, all the time for the sake of others. And again, but I realized that because I used to get burnt out, even in my profession. I used to be the type of school counselor that kids would call me late at night. It would be I was doing work like all times of night, like instead of resting, recharging. I would be sick, still going to work because I'm like, the kids need me. I remember my grandmother died and I just was working like nothing happened. And I'm just like, wait a minute. This job is going to be here once I'm gone. They're going to find my replacement. I have to start really taking better care of myself so I can continue to show up for these children, so I can continue to show up for my family, and most importantly, myself. So now we're just like, okay, I know when to pull back. I know when to be like, you know what? I've given, I've done, and you know what? Today, I'm not giving. Today, I can't do no extra.
You're not. I want to say this, right? Every yes has a cost. Every yes has a cost, so you have to be careful who you spend it on. You can't go around just saying yes because you think you're being selfless. You can't go around just saying yes because you think it's making you look good. You can't go around saying yes just because you think people are looking at you and say, oh, he's so generous or he's so nice, right? Because it has a cost. And sometimes it can cost you your own everything.
Facts.
Everything. I mean, you could fall apart and not have anything. And guess what? The people that you gave stuff to when you had a whole bunch of stuff, they're not going to be lined up to give you anything.
Or pick you up when you're down.
Bro, like one thing I have learned over these last 8 years is to stop picking people up. I will not pick another up for the rest of my life, bro. And it's not because I'm being evil or mean. It's because ain't nobody coming to pick me up.
Nobody coming to save you.
Ain't nobody coming to check on me. But when Jokers was messed up and P had jobs and every phone rang 24/7. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, text, yo, what's up? Yo, can I, I got this. Yo, you want to buy this? Yo, you want, like, huh? So, like I said, I'm not picking nobody else up. And it's not out of being mean. I'll pick up a child. I will pick up a 16-year-old kid that needs a little help before I pick up a grown man. I'm not picking up no grown man. Pick yourself up. And that's just how I feel. So, question of the week, man. When was the last time you said yes when you really wanted to say no? When was the last time you said yes when you really wanted to say no? And what did that yes cost you? Time, money, peace, energy, right? That's the uncomfortable conversation. That's the uncomfortable question of the week. When was the last time you said yes when you really wanted to say no?
It's been a while for me, to be honest. It's been a while. Yeah, I say maybe been like maybe like 2 years since I
2 years?
Maybe like 2 years.
It hasn't really. I never really want to say no. That's the question, right? I haven't said yes because I want to say no, or I haven't said no but really wanted to say yes, right? So for me, I've been in my bubble for the last year. You feel me? So no one has really asked me for anything. because I don't have anything to give, right? So that's different. Before then, I was always saying yes. I was always buying. I was always doing. I was always giving. And I never really wanted to say no, right? Because I got it.
But were you giving from a place of
I was giving from my heart.
Okay.
No, I don't give from my brain.
okay.
Whenever I give you something, I give it from my heart. It don't matter to me. Now I'm understanding while I'm in my bubble, and no one's coming through to pop it for me. No one's coming to get me out of my bubble. Yo, Preet, man, nah, come. You feel me? Like no one. So that means you really don't care. And I get that, right? You're not always going to get people around you that truly care about you. My uncle used to say this. Whenever you have a group of friends, man, put money on the table. Tell them they can take the money. No problem. If they take the money, they're not willing to help you. They're just there for the money. I haven't really had any money to do that with, but I've had this radio station, so I give it freely. The people that take it are the people that don't have respect. You feel me? The people that want more than they give. They know who they are. I'm not mad at them, right? And we keep moving. That's what you wanted. You got what you wanted. You're good, right? So, no, I give from my heart.
Okay.
Not from my brain.
Even with that being said, like I naturally am a giver. I was raised to be a giver, but I can say that there's been times I've given from not only my heart, but I've given from a place of like, if I don't give, like people ain't gonna bother with me. And like I said, even saying it out loud, it's just hard to believe that I did that for such a long time in my life, and to not believe that I was worthy of being able to have decent connections without doing that. I believe that now, but I didn't always believe that. So,
do you believe that the connections you made were because you were a giver? Like people notice you giving, and
some of them,
right?
Some of them, yeah, true. I think some people were attracted, like, came to me because it's like, okay, even when I was in elementary school, my bestie can tell you, my dad would buy me a hoagie from 2J's, a cheesesteak from 2J's. I wouldn't even be eating the hoagies. I would give the hoagie away, the cheesesteak away, my butter crunch away, my potato chips away. And the teachers would be like, why are you always giving your lunch away? Kids would be around just to collect my food. Kids would come to my house just because I had all the cool toys, all the things. If you came to my house, we was going to the movies, you ain't had to pay. If we was going to an amusement park, you ain't had to pay. I was the one, like, if you was connected with me, you were blessed because you was going to be taken care of. And some people took advantage of that when I was a kid.
Why wouldn't they, though? You're in a house by yourself and your parents aren't doing that with you. Why wouldn't you go and try to take advantage and hang out somewhere else? And
it's not about it's one thing to hang out and benefit, but if you really don't fuck with me, don't come over and eat my food. Don't come over and play with my toys. Don't come and get a free trip.
Yeah,
don't do that.
That's not how life works.
If I don't give a damn what you got, if I don't fuck with you, I don't care. So you can have all the shiny trinkets. I don't want it.
That's because you're a giver. See, the receiver will always be a receiver. The taker will always be a taker.
That's real.
Right? You can't force a taker to become a giver. They're not. People
can change. People can change.
No. Not if you've been taking all your life. You're going to continue to take.
But some people take off of survival. They're just trying to survive.
They're just trying to survive. And then you'll give to the person that gave to you. You feel me? When you come out of that survival mode. But you're still a taker. You're still looking for opportunities to take so you can give more to them. You'll give to the people that are close to you, the people that you love, the people that are behind you, right? But everybody else, you still taking. Somehow, some way, you still taking, bro. I had to ask my uncle today. I not really asked, but we was talking. And I said, I grew up way different than a lot of my friends, bro. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Because I'm trying to find what I didn't have when I had everything.
Wow. You didn't even realize it.
I didn't even fucking, and like I said, the last couple weeks, I've really been thinking about what I had and didn't have. Like, I want to talk like somebody, I didn't have breakfast. I had breakfast. My grandma woke up every morning and made me breakfast. 6:30 in the morning, I smelled it downstairs, burning the cheese, eggs, and the bacon, and the French toast, and the toast, and the grits, and the oatmeal with raisins in it, and the raisin bread, and everything that my grandma made for me. Right, like she made what I like to eat.
You know,
I had love.
You know, that's the thing that's different about your story, because when I hear about your story, you were surrounded by a lot of love. You had some very loving people and loving women in your life.
Absolutely.
So it's just different. It's just different hearing that.
What do you mean?
Because it's like you had all that love, but you still went out
to the street.
Yeah, to the streets.
Because
some people go to the streets because they don't have the love.
I went to the streets because I had an opportunity. I was a giver. I had an opportunity to help my friends. I went to the street because I knew the white people that wanted the drugs, and they had the drugs. I was in the middle.
You was like the connect.
I was the connect, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then I stayed in the streets because my homies, you feel me? It was fun for me until it wasn't.
That's how it is.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was fun. It was good. It
wasn't.
Until it was like, oh my God. Like, oh no, gotta do something else. I gotta go to therapy. This shit ain't working out, right? I was disconnected somewhere, but it wasn't from a lack of love, right? It was from a lack of order. It was from a lack of understanding. You feel me? So I could love somebody, no problem. I was taught how to love. I would love to have a wife. I would love to have a woman that I could, but can you be that woman to me? Can you be honorable? Can you, from the beginning, tell the truth? If you can't tell the truth from the beginning, then we're going to play a long-ass game. Because I ain't got no problem with it.
But that's the part sometimes we build stuff off of dysfunction. I'm not just saying romantically. I feel like foundation is everything. When friendship and love, if you build something off of unsturdy foundation, that shit's gonna crumble. Period. It might have a long run, but it's ultimately going to end.
Guess what? Things crumble all the time, and people live inside of crumbled buildings. Right? You dig yourself out a little hole, move some blocks around. You can build a hut.
But if you build with a sturdy foundation,
absolutely,
you don't have to go through that.
People are used to mess. People are used to things being in chaos. That's how I look at it, right? You can't say you want a healthy relationship and you're not willing to talk to your partner like you love them, man or woman. We're going to talk about this next week. Yelling, fussing, screaming, hollering, talking down to your partner that you want to love you. It doesn't come from that. But let's get back to this, right?
I was about to say something.
We're saying no. No is a full sentence. We're in truth or triggered right now. So I'm gonna say this, and I want you to know if it's truth,
okay,
or if it triggers you.
Okay.
Right? No is a full sentence. There's nothing you need to say after you say no. You have to be like,
no, you don't know. Yo, it could just be
right.
that. No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's it. It could be just that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's a nice way to say? Would you say that type of no to your father? If he called you on the phone and say, "Baby, can you come pick me up?" No.
Probably not.
Right. Right. So out of respect.
I
you feel me?
If I'll be like, if I'm telling my father no, it's because
it's a reason.
It's a reason behind it.
So he should know the reason.
Right.
So he shouldn't need the full answer. When you get to think about things, right? Things make sense, right? So no is truly a full sentence, right? No, I can't do it right now. No. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to say like now. Like, I wish I could, but no. Your yes means nothing if you don't know how to say no.
I agree with that.
So your yes is validated by your no. So it makes it special when you say yes because you said no so many times.
Dang, the way you saying it. That's a tough one.
I say it's truth, right? Your yes means nothing if you don't know how to say no. If you never told someone no, if you've never expressed to them how you can't do something or how you can't show up, and then you finally say yes, You feel me?
Yeah. When you say it like that, yeah.
It makes your yes that much more valuable. Like, oh my God, he really did it. Oh yeah, right. But if you always saying yes, guess what you become? You become the lame duck. As soon as you say no, you ain't shit. Oh, you ain't. I knew you was. Like, hold on. I've always say yes. I've always wanted to be the person to give you what you asked me for. How can you sit here now and attack me because I said no?
But we also have to realize that sometimes people say no because they don't have the capacity to give you that yes. They don't have it to give. It's not always about, oh, I just want to be just saying no to you.
Right.
Sometimes people say no because they really can't do it.
Right.
They don't have the capacity.
I get that.
You know?
Every time you say yes to the wrong thing, you're saying no to yourself.
I agree. I strongly agree on that.
You strongly agree on that?
Yep.
Every time you say yes to the wrong thing, you're saying no to yourself.
And I'm even saying I'm even make it deeper. I feel like so when you do that, you kind of sin against yourself. It's like you disrespecting yourself. You're not honoring yourself. How can, like, at the end of the day, I feel like you need to honor yourself. Don't sin against yourself.
Boy, that's real. That's most definitely real. CMPRadio.net, man. This is Uncomfortable Conversations with your hosts, Uncle P and Andrea B, man. We're asking you to tune in and give us some information, right? It's okay to say no. How do you feel when you hear the word no? How does that make you feel, right? Does that get you upset? Does it make you mad, right? If you hear no from your girlfriend, right, what you gonna do to her? You feel me? Do you feel like she's using you? You feel me? Like when you hear no from your boyfriend, does that make you upset? Right? We're asking these questions.
And let's normalize like saying no without being mad. You can say no and not be mad. Just because you just don't want to do something. It doesn't have to be, I'm mad at you, I'm angry at you, so I'm saying no. I just don't have the capacity. I just don't want to. And that's okay.
I get that 100%. I do not feel like saying anything. If you can't say no, your yes has no value.
I agree. Because it's like you just say yes to everything.
Right.
It's like you have no boundaries.
Oh. So boundaries and saying no are like the same thing, right? You know, to get people to understand your boundaries, sometimes you have to say no. No, you can't do that. No, I don't want to go there. No, I don't like that. That's what a boundary is. So your no is your boundary. It's a portable boundary that you carry in your pocket.
I agree.
And you can pull it out anytime you want. It puts a force field around you. Nope.
And I feel like we have to normalize not going along to get along. Sometimes, we might say yes to things. Oh, no, I'm going to speak for myself. There was times I said yes to things that I wanted to say no because I didn't want to be the person that was ruffling everybody's feathers and everybody saying yes, and I didn't want to be the one to say no out of the group. So I go along with the consensus, but I'm really not happy about that. So I'm like, I can't do that no more. I have to honor myself and honor my feelings. I don't have to go along with the consensus. I feel like even with doing this show, it's like I get to express myself in a way that I never have, freely, unscared about, okay, this person may not like how I express myself.
Give a fuck how they feel about how you express yourself. It's you. What's that song? Express yourself.
Right.
Do it good. You feel me?
Right.
Like, don't worry. Over the last 8 years, I have learned there are different ways to express yourself. You can be mad. You can be happy. You can be elated, right? Being happy and elated are two different things, right? Even though they come from the same sense, the same place of happiness, right? They're being elated is just ecstatic. Like, oh my God, I love it, right? You can be that. And you can communicate through that. When I first started the radio station, I was happy. You feel me? I wasn't happy at the way things were going, but I was very happy at what I was trying to accomplish, right? So when I told people about my dream, you feel me? Like, I would cry. You feel me? Like, because I felt that deeply about what I was doing, right? And I wanted them to know that's how I felt, right? And it was never a problem for me to do that in front of anybody. You feel me? Like, if you ask Leslie, right? She would tell you, oh yeah, he cried in front of me and that's what made me want to be at the radio station. If you ask anybody that wanted to be a part of the building blocks of this radio station, they would say, yo, I saw the love that he had for the radio station, the love that he has for his community, the love that he has for the kids. Bro, I want to help you any way I can, right? So there are different ways to communicate.
With that being said, I appreciate your candidness and vulnerability. It's so refreshing because I don't come across too many men that are able to express themselves the way you do, and like all of the feels,
Right.
the vulnerability, the rawness, the humor, just being comfortable
being me.
expressing all of those things, because it's a lot of people that just are not comfortable with showing certain sides.
I mean, they're boxed in.
Yeah, and
right?
you just be be authentic with it.
I've ripped my box up, right? For a long time in my life, you feel me? Like I said, I had to figure out what I didn't have.
Wow.
The only thing I didn't have was direction. You feel me? Was understanding. You feel me? Was a way to curb my urges. You feel me? Like I had to learn all that stuff. But love, I always had that. My mom loved me unconditionally for the things I did to her. You feel me? Like she still loved me. She didn't want to see nothing bad happen to me.
Right.
If something bad happened to me, trust me, she was trying to figure out how to undo it.
Wow.
You feel me? My grandma, same way. My aunt, same way. You feel me? My family, they love me. They never wanted to see me hurt.
Right.
And I appreciate them for that. I wanted to be great. I wanted the radio station to open up and to be for everyone. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what you like to do in your personal life, what bedroom you're in, whose bedroom you're in. I'm not worried about it. If you got something to say, bring it to CMP. That was the building blocks of the radio station. Never judging anyone, right? Because we got enough judgment out here.
Facts.
You feel me? And I always say, bro, I can't judge you. I'm not God.
Right.
So why would I judge what you do? If I can't see it, if you ain't doing it right in front of me, it's not disrespectful to me.
Facts.
So, main conversation, we are going to unpack saying no. We're going to unpack it. We're going to serve it up and give it to you, man. We're afraid to say no because of fear of disappointing people, fear of losing love, and fear of conflict, right? Why is that? Are we afraid we might hurt somebody, or are we afraid we might get hurt?
I think it could be a combination of the two.
Right. So I want people to understand that you should always be okay with saying no. You should only do what you feel as though you want to do. Helping somebody should come from your heart, not from your brain. You shouldn't be helping somebody and thinking, well, maybe I can gain this, or maybe they'll do this for me, or maybe they won't be mad. Because if you're thinking like that, you really don't want to give it up.
And you don't want to do anything where you resent it. Like, you be like, damn, I said yes to this person, and they treated me like shit. I wish I never would have helped them. I wish I never would have did this. At the end of the day, even when people may do you dirty, if you did it out the kindness of your heart, you just say, hey, I helped this person when they needed it, and I'm going to be blessed for it eventually. You always want to do things, from a place of like, hey, even if this person flake up on me, I know what I did, and I'm okay with it.
Absolutely. It just, for me, I used to think that saying, I always wanted to be a fixer because of what I saw my mom going through.
That's real.
I never wanted anyone to feel like that, right? So I always say yes. Whether it was a cousin asking to borrow money, whether it was a friend, I wanted to fix it. I wanted to make it okay, right? I've learned that I need to apply that mentality to my life. I need to be a fixer for me. I need to help me. I need to give to me, right? And not because I'm selfish, not because I want everything, but because doing everything for everybody else will always leave you assed out. And when you're assed out, you get kicked. And it's the worst feeling in the world, bro.
I want to disclose something. This is like very personal. When you said you was a fixer, you want to fix things. I was that same person, but I needed fixing. But I feel like me focusing on somebody else's problems, it made me not focus on my own. And it was almost like, yeah, like that savior complex. And at the end of the day, it's like, sis, you need to be tending to your own garden instead of worried about that person's garden and trying to help them plant over there.
Did you ever have friends that told you that? No.
No.
I typically was the friend telling everybody that.
Wow.
You feel me? Like, I would get the late night phone call. Yo, where you at? I'm down the way. You feel me? Oh, man, I need to talk to you. This be a female. Oh, my girlfriend did this and that. Well, you need to move away from your girlfriend. You feel me? Like, you need to gravitate. Because if they're doing things that make you feel some type way, they're not really your girlfriends. See, your girlfriends don't do things like that. They don't attack you. So you need to figure out what you want to do with your life. You feel me? And they always used to say, oh, man, you need to take your own advice. And then one day I took it. And now I'm here, right? 8 years.
I can say a lot of my behaviors, even like the people-pleasing behaviors, always saying yes when I want to say no, was from my wounds. Like, and it's crazy. Like, I don't always want to talk about like those abandonment wounds, but those abandonment wounds really caused me to make decisions out of like fight or flight. Like, you know,
I don't want you to leave me.
I don't want you to leave me.
Right, stay close to me.
Like, stay close to me.
Bro.
And it's sad because I'm thinking to myself, like, had I learned the things that I know now, man, I feel like my life would have been a lot easier in some areas, but I feel like I don't regret because, you know, I did learn eventually. But I'm like, damn, I spent a lot of time going through certain cycles, repeating certain cycles, bumping my head against the wall over and over and over, same situations, like for a while. So, but
For a
I'm
long
grateful to
time.
be grateful to get out of the cycles, out of the matrix, but it took me a while to get out.
It takes a while to get out. It's not something you can easily get. You can't jump in and jump back out, right? You know, it's like almost like tar. You feel me? Like when we get into that circle of giving and doing and being because we're fearful of the people leaving or saying or doing or being something else, it's like tar. It sticks to every part of your body, bro.
Wow, that's deep.
And it's hard to get out, right? But when you break free, finally, it's one of the most electrifying feelings you'll ever feel. It's like, oh, wow, I'm out.
But when you break free and you still see people repeating the same patterns, that's where it's kind of sucks because you're like, dang, like, I got it. You know, when you gonna get it? And it's no judgment, but like I hate to see people like hurting and just bumping against the wall, the same cycles. Especially when I know I've been through it. I just be wanting to save somebody, but I be like, you know what? It's not for me. Only God saves. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to be like, I hope to get it.
And you will, right? And they will, hopefully.
Hopefully.
And if they don't get it, guess what? It's not you, so you keep moving, right?
Right.
Because if you reach back into that tar and try to pull somebody out,
You're gonna get stuck.
they're going to pull you right back in.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Right? So you got to keep moving. You have to. You have to keep moving. People who love you will respect your boundaries
Facts.
when you say no.
Facts.
It's just as simple as
Just
that.
as simple as that.
Right? It's not really hard to figure that out. When you say no, they will understand why you say no.
Facts. And even if they don't understand, if they know that is your boundary and they don't want to disrespect you, they'll be like, all right,
I'm good.
I'm good.
Right. So understand that when you tell somebody no and they still your homie, that's your brother for real. That's your sister for real. You shouldn't even like, I get it. This is no problem. Not this thing gonna tell me no. This thing, nah. I ain't got it. You feel me? Like, and I ain't got to explain myself to you. and then whatever happens after that. No doesn't mean you don't care.
True.
Right? No does not mean you don't care. It means you care about yourself enough to protect your energy. You have to be selfish
Sometimes you do.
in order to be selfless.
That's real talk.
It's like you have to be bad in order to be good. Yeah, you have to be bad so you can work on your game so you can get good. Right? Because if you're great, where you go from great? I don't know nobody that go from great to anything else. Well, awesome. Awesome is after great. No, I don't know. You have to be selfish to be selfless. You have to build yourself up. And this is what I'm telling my son now at 18 years old, bro. Build yourself up. Be able to tell your friends no. That's where this topic comes from. Be able to tell your friends no, I got to go to school. No, I got to go to bed. I got to get up early. I got to be at school. I got to go to class. I got to study. I got a test coming up. No. I catch up when I'm done. Trust me, you're going to want to hang with me when I'm done. And your friends should appreciate that. Now, if they can't appreciate who you're becoming, then they're not really your friends.
And that's the thing, when you are in process of becoming, the best version of yourself, you got to have people around you that want the best for you. Because sometimes when you're evolving and people are kind of stuck, they don't understand the process. And they're like, oh, you're changing up. You acting new. You acting this way. Okay. And are you with me or you not? Because if you really with me, then you're going to understand that, hey, I'm making some changes in my life.
Right.
And this is what fits me.
That's
and
it.
if you're not in alignment with me, then
gotta go.
I've gotta go. I'm cool off of you. Don't mean I don't love you though. I still got love.
What's wrong with letting go?
Some people will hold on to things just off of familiarity. I was one of those. It's like,
That was more of fear. That was more
it was
fear.
both.
Yeah.
It was both.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How are you familiar with something you fear? Because fear is unknown.
Trauma.
But fear is unknown. So you're familiar with being unknown. They have to constantly change. You understand what I'm saying? Like for you to be. Yeah, it wasn't familiarity. It was just fear for me. It was unknown because you were constantly changing. 1 minute you was this way, 1 minute you was that way, 1 minute you was like, Yeah, I don't trust that. But I loved it. You feel me? Because it was unstable. Because it was constantly changing. You feel me? So, yeah, it wasn't familiarity, right? Not for me. And we're different, right? That's what makes us human. Our differences. A healthy no makes your yes more powerful. And we keep talking about this, how your no's make your yes more powerful, how your no's give your yes more power, how your no's help you to say yes. Literally, I just said it. You have to be selfish to be selfless, right? So you spend all them years going through high school, going through college, doing what you got to do. You get your job, you still do it. Then when you turn 34, 35, 36, you can be selfless. You can help people. You can reach back in. You can reach back into your community, help somebody go back to school. You can do different things. But unless you're selfish, bro, you never get that opportunity to do all that. Because you're pouring out from an empty cup, and it's only a matter of time before that thing cracks and the whole bottom gives out. Now you don't have nothing for you.
I have nothing for you and nobody else.
Or nobody else. And that's just how it goes. We have on this show, we have a journal prompt, man. We want people to write in their journal, right? We want you to start journaling, start writing about your life. Listen, if you write it down, it comes true. I don't care what nobody says. Literally, if you write it down in a journal, in a book, and you write it down, and you constantly write it, and you think about it, and you move about it, and you do about it, it comes true.
Manifestation is real. I tell you, it really is.
I'm trying to wait till y'all see I hit this Powerball. And y'all be like, yo, P, you was talking. Yeah. And I'm going to come back. I'm going to get two youth centers. You feel me? I'm going to employ everybody to work in that joint, pay them. You feel me? Make sure it's enough. And then we're going to try to raise more money to keep it going because that's what our kids need. Our kids need a youth center. They need a place that they can call home outside of home. I'm talking about both Olympic-sized swimming pools, you feel me, basketball courts, all that good stuff, right? And we have a place for them to stay in case they want to run away. But we know where they are, right? Let's keep them drug-free. Let's help them out. So, the journal prompt. I want you to write down 3 areas in your life where you need to start saying no. 3 areas in your life where you need to start saying no. It could be work. It could be personal. It could be friends, right? It could be work, relationship, friends, right? Could be work. You might need to start saying no to your mom because she interfering in your marriage.
Well, I want to speak on some things.
Go ahead.
Let's normalize not being manipulated by people that we love to say yes. Because love is a powerful drug. And some people will use that to, force your hand in certain things. And that's not fair. That's not fair at all. But it happens all the time, romantically and platonically.
Listen, I just had a conversation the other day, and they were talking about the mom and the husband. The wife was talking about the husband and how his relationship is with his mom. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, that's what moms do, I guess. You feel me? But your husband needs to know who you are, right? Yes, he can love his mom. I'm not telling him not to love his mom, but you should definitely not be taking money out the account to do anything for your mom if bills are due. Yo, what's up? Why are we short? Oh, I had to help my mom. Nigga. Your mom, no. Because if I do that for my dad, it's going to be a problem. Right? Thanks. You yelling at me. So, learn to tell mom no. Mom, I don't have it. All I got is the money for the kids. That doesn't mean that if that means that your mom ain't going to love you after that.
That's sad.
That's sad. That's real sad. Who benefits from your yes? And what does it cost you? Write these prompts down and answer them. Who benefits from your yes? Write down the people that benefit from your yes. The church, the masjid, the people at the front of A+, right? You saying yes to everybody, bro, it's going to wear you out. You can pick your yeses. You can pick your no's. Not your no's. You can pick saying no. Because if I tell you pick your nose and you actually pick your nose, it's a problem. That reflection will show you where your boundaries are missing. When you write these prompts down and you ask yourself these questions, what you see is where your boundaries aren't. I'm not telling you this so you can go and start saying no to everybody. You have people you're not going to say no to. You feel me? Just because that's not what you do. And you'll have people that you're going to start saying no to because you're realizing how you need to be selfish in order to be selfless. It hurts, bro. For me, it doesn't hurt because I'm not saying no because I don't want to do it. I'm saying no because I don't have it. Right? But I'm also getting, even in that, I'm getting people's response in that. They're switching up. So, but I'm good. I'm not mad at them. They can do whatever they want to do. Life will continue to show you who you should be, even in times of heartache and pain.
Thanks.
Life will continue to show you who you should be around, even in times of heartache and pain. Don't ignore the signs. Don't run from it. Please pay attention to it. That's all I got to say. Drea, how you feeling?
I'm good. I feel like I'll be major disclosing when we be having these uncomfortable conversations. I'm glad I've done some therapy, some self-reflection, because it's like when I look back at certain behaviors that I did, I'd be like, damn, sis, was really jacked up. Yeah. But when I talk now, I'll be grateful for where I'm at now. And again, I'm still got a lot of work to do, but I'm like, I'm in a good place. Right. So I'm good.
Yeah. Just take it. I appreciate who you are.
Thank you.
I appreciate the woman that you are. I appreciate what you've gone through and how you've come out of the other side, right?
Thank you.
That pain, it doesn't always make a person. Sometimes it breaks a person. I think it made you,
Wow.
right? Because it forced you to look at you
Facts.
a little deeper,
Absolutely.
right? So, and that's one thing I noticed about you. It was different than most people that are scorned or hurt, right? You didn't stay in that space,
Thank you for that.
right?
I really appreciate
I
that.
will constantly give you your flowers, right? Because of that.
Wow.
You feel me? And I would rather deal with somebody who isn't hurt as opposed to somebody that is hurt and then have to deal with their chaos. And it was a breath of fresh air.
I appreciate
You
that.
feel me? It really was. It truly and honestly was. So, yes, this is Uncomfortable Conversations with your host, Uncle P.
And Drea B, y'all.
Always reminding you that you can't
Heal what you don't reveal, y'all.
listen, man. Pay attention, man. This is cmpradio.net. And we want to talk about the closing, man. No isn't negative. It's necessary. Period.
Facts.
Saying no is choosing peace, choosing purpose, and choosing yourself.
You always should choose yourself first.
And there's no other person to go in front of you.
Facts.
On an airplane, what do they tell you?
You got to put the mask over your face first.
If you don't, then you might die.
Facts.
So pay attention to that. Stop treating no like a bad word. It's the beginning of freedom. Saying no eliminates all the jokers from calling you. Also, saying no opens doors.
Hey.
And if you don't believe me, try it.
And I want to end with something.
Go ahead.
Make sure that you say yes to yourself more. You saying yes to everybody else, but say yes to yourself.
Yes.
Yes, I can accomplish anything I want. Yes, I deserve the things that I want. Say yes to yourself.
Say yes to yourself. Say yes to the dress.
Hey.
CMPRadio.net. This was Uncomfortable Conversations, man. We appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, listen, we started on time today.
Yay.
And we did a 55-minute show.
We was in and out. Okay.
Right? And this is what happens when, you work together as a team.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Right. So you'll catch us next Tuesday. It'll probably be a longer show. It will most likely be a much longer show. And the reason is we're talking about communication. And I love communication.
So do I.
Right. So CMPRadio.net, man. I want y'all to have a great night. I'm about to go drink my champagne.
Okay.
I done had this champagne
Pop champagne. Oh.
since before the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Right? And it's a very expensive champagne
Hey,
too.
pour up.
You feel me? And I'm just enjoy the celebration of being able to turn 8 years old, and still see more years ahead of me for the radio station, for the different podcasts that come through here. So yeah, tomorrow we'll be up at Widener. Thursday we'll be up at the Link. We'll be doing tailgating
Can
at
I
the
say
Link.
something real quick?
Go ahead.
I just want to publicly say to Pierre, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak and to show more of my personality. I have a lot of personality behind my, exterior, and you've given me that opportunity, and I'm getting more comfortable behind the mic. I'm not reading off paper anymore, so I am grateful for this experience and you taking a chance on me.
Man, listen.
So thank you.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I've never been afraid to shoot my shot. I've never been afraid to ask somebody to be a part of the radio station. Now, whether they want to be or not, that's on them. Right? But I asked, and you showed up,
Yeah.
and you've been here, and you've been consistent,
Yes.
right? Now we just continue to move,
Yep.
right?
Keep growing, keep moving.
Please look for our podcast, Uncomfortable Conversations, wherever you can find your podcast. This has been Uncle P.
Drea B.
And always reminding you,
You can't heal what you don't reveal, y'all.
man, live on cmpradio.net.